Second video on ATX journey. Here we are. Quick snapshot here at the end of the week. It's May 16th. I have $172,261 total net worth. Wanted to go through quickly what I'm allocated in. As you can see, my emergency fund earning 4.05% is about $5,000. It's about 3 months of my expenses. That's typically what you want, 3 to 6. 6 ideal, 3 if you have a pretty stable, secure job. You feel like you're safe there and you're not at a threat of any layoff or anything. And then my checking account at $1,200. Those just goes straight to bills. My Roth IRA is at $100,000 now. Huge milestone for me. Super excited. I max it out $7,500 every year. My SEP IRA I don't contribute to anymore, but I have $58,930. My HSA health savings account has crossed $1,000 and it's at $1,155 of that is invested into an S&P 500 fund. The first 1,000 has to be in cash as an emergency deductible. That's just kind of how my plan works. My traditional 401k with work, about $7,200. It is allocated towards a large cap growth fund. So fairly aggressive. It's like 12% Nvidia, 10% Apple and Microsoft, etc. And I contribute 3% of my paycheck, and I get a 3% employer match as well. And the stock plan, it's through my company. It's a 10% discount. I contribute 2% per paycheck. It's about $1,500 right now, not too much, but it is liquid, so I can pull it out anytime. It's a guaranteed 10% return. And yeah, those are my assets and investments. Actually, one more. I have Bitcoin. I have the Bitcoin, and I have a pretty large amount. It's 28,800. I've been invested in it since about 2017 on and off. And, it's one of those hedges, I would say, or just kind of my real estate, since I don't own property, but Bitcoin, I kind of act as like property for me. And I want to see where it goes in the next 10 years. I'm curious if it gets to like 500,000 and then I might cash out. We'll see. But I'm holding. And then my liabilities, I have the Chase portfolio here, the 3 cards, Flex, Sapphire, and Freedom. I have about 350,000 reward points total. So I'm just kind of stacking those, and I'll be using that for travel when I am able to travel more, when I have more income and time off. So those are great cards. It's fun to play around, use them strategically to earn the most points. I do have an SBA loan from a few years ago. It's only at 3.5%, so I don't really pay that much. I pay the minimum every month. It's like $69. I can pay over like 25 years, something ridiculous like that, but it's negligible. And then I have my car loan at $19,500. It's at 5.5% right now. So I was aggressively paying it off the last few months, just try to chip down quicker. And so I'm not paying as much interest. That's actually my first video. I kind of quickly went over that. Right now I kind of have to slow down the aggressive payments just due to some other expenses that have come up, but I'll pick up the pace again in a little bit. But I'm ahead of schedule. My next due date's not till October. I'll still pay up until October, but I got like 4 or 5 months ahead because I was paying off pretty strongly there for a bit. But I definitely recommend doing that if you have a high interest loan, and definitely want to pay that off as quickly as you can so you're not paying as much to the bank. So yeah, that's kind of a quick rundown of my net worth, where all my money's allocated. I do have positions here in my Roth IRA, Apple, Broadcom, BRUN, which I've mentioned a couple times in my short videos recently, new position, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia. Pretty much the top dogs, the Mag 7. I like individual stocks. I feel like you'll outperform the market. S&P, index funds are great if you're a passive investor, but myself, I'm pretty dialed into the market day to day. I love this stuff, so I prefer individual stocks. And then in my SEP IRA, the other account, I have 3 positions. I have Amazon, Tesla, and AST SpaceMobile, which is pretty speculative, but the space plays are pretty exciting, especially with the SpaceX IPOing next month. These are pretty heavily allocated positions here, as you can see. So You know, I'm in them for the long haul. I monitor them day to day. If the thesis changes, I will pivot out. Don't get me wrong, but for now, I am holding these long and strong. And yeah, so between my IRAs, that accounts for the majority of my net worth, about $160,000. So growing tax free, this is the way to go. If you are able to max out your Roth and even your 401k, I highly recommend opening up a brokerage account as well for more liquid passive money, so that, like, let's say one day you want to buy a house or a property, you can pull from that pretty easily, and it acts as a bridge up until retirement. So yeah, that's a quick rundown. My next video next week. So my plan actually is about one long form video once per week and a few shorts throughout the week, just kind of market updates. Next video we'll kind of go over more about my income versus expenses, what I spend my money on, like my rent and all that, and how I allocate, what percentage I invest and save based on my income and expenses. I feel like it could be very helpful for people. Drop a comment below. Let me know how you're allocated, how you're invested, where your money's going. And if you enjoy this content, definitely like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.